back to ManCave Garage Workshop. Today we're going to talk about the new printer I got, and it's not one that's over my shoulder. That printer is my Creality K1 that I've had for a few years now. It's a great printer, I love it, and you know, I haven't really had any issues with it, and I'm going to keep it. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to show you what I got and talk a little bit before I do that about why I bought the one I got. So having the Creality K1, I strongly considered getting the K2. Keeping in the same family, being able to print things using the same files, and all that stuff really was attractive. The price comparison for the other printer I looked at was pretty much the same, so there really wasn't much different. One of the key features I wanted was the multicolor printing, the AMS. So Creality has that with the K2, and it looks like it's a pretty good deal. But what I ended up getting was the Bambu X2D. The X2D, the reason I got it, one of the primary reasons I got it, is because when you switch to multicolor, it invariably lets out some extra filament. What I've seen on the on the K2 is that it actually puts out a lot more filament than the X2D, so it's a lot more efficient with filament. So I figured over time that'll be a savings. I also like the fact that the X2D has a second head for printing, and that second head is not multicolor, but it's actually for another material. So for example, if you're printing something with bridges and you ever have a support that is hard to get off, or it mars the surface because it's made of the same material, the X2D has a second head that allows you to use a different material. So for example, if you're using PLA print, you can use a PTG to use the sports. The benefit there is those two really don't mix well, so they don't adhere to each other. So that's what you want. Really excited to have that, because obviously with the K1 I couldn't do that. I'll continue to use the K1 in the future, but you know, I am looking forward to the multicolor printing and the new support types that I can do with this new printer. So let's get to it and let's see what I got. All right, so I did buy this from Best Buy, and you can see how well Best Buy handles their shipments. So I picked this up in store, and this had a big dent in it, so hopefully there's no issues with the printer. When I was picking up in store, the guy who was checking me out and for my pickup, he actually laid the box on its side. So really nice guy. You know, it says right here, you know, this side up. Brilliant. All right, it looks like it didn't get the printer, so that's a good thing. This is my home for my new printer, so we're going to set it up right here in my office closet. All right, so once you get the AMS out, now you've got screws here, here, and here that we have to take out. So we're going to take out all three of those. There's one more screw right there you got to take out with the Allen key. The next step is to take these red holders out from the Z-axis. There's not a lot of room here to see what you're doing, so I can barely see what I'm doing, no less show you guys. This little nut right here, you gotta loosen it. And I'm gonna stick this tube in there. And then tighten that back up. Now I see there's actually a longer 6-pin connector, so I'm assuming that's so if you want to move the AMS somewhere else, you actually have a long connector. So that's pretty good. The short one, I'm assuming, goes to the fan, which goes right here on the back. Okay, so here I want to show you what happened when you first started up. So it's plugged in, I turn the power on, it takes a few seconds here for it to power up. You see everything light up on the AMS, and then the light will come on, and then it'll make a noise. And so then we're going to go ahead and start the setup on the screen. So you see the screen, and it'll say, you know, you pick your language, allows for a region, so you got to pick your region, hit next. And then you're going to come up here to the Wi-Fi screen, log into your Wi-Fi, and then it'll give you the QR code to download the Bambu Labs Studio app for your phone. So I went ahead and did that, got it on my phone. Here you can see, you open up in the App Store, it'll bring you to the screen, you download it, and then you can get started using the printer without even connecting to the computer. So you do have to create an account here, right? And then what you do, you can actually go here, and then you can bind it to the printer. So it'll find your printer on the network, since you logged into the network, and now you bind the printer, and you can it'll use the QR code to put your account on the printer as well. So now everything's connected. Go ahead and accept all the terms and conditions, and you get the user experience if you want to allow that, and then you're going to run the calibration. Now this will take a little bit of time to run through the calibration. I don't show it here on the video. But then you can run through the AMS setup, which I chose here, auto mode, and then you can just finish the detection mechanism. Here I wanted to show you how, what you can expect when you first load the AMS. If you've never had one, I've never had one. As you can see, the cardboard reel on the left started to jump out as I was trying to feed the other reels. So you might want to feed it, close it, let it run, and then feed the other ones. I did not have that same issue with the plastic reels, and I can tell you afterwards I continue to have issues with that cardboard reel. So I would recommend not to use a cardboard reel for the AMS. I know I'm not going to be purchasing any more cardboard reels. I did look at using the Bambu Labs and purchasing the reels right from Bambu Labs. I haven't done so yet. I almost did, but one of the issues was that, benefits of Amazon, you can usually get reel overnight, where when I ordered from Bambu Labs, I think it was like 7 to 10 days after they actually ship it. So, that just wasn't something I was looking for. I'm kind of the person that, I want that reel. I decide I need something, and I usually need it overnight. So that's kind of why I stuck with the with Amazon. And what I've recognized too is I'm kind of a fan of Elegoo, so I usually get Elegoo reels. If that means anything to you, I know people that have different preferences. Some folks like Sunlu, some folks like eSun. So there's different options out there. And what you'll see here is you're going to see each reel gets fed in, and then it'll reel itself back. One of the differences here I found is that when you clip the ends to feed it, it does its own clipping internally, so it keeps a nice clean edge. So you'll notice if you change reels and you pull it out, it'll be a nice clean edge rather than something you may have experienced on a different printer that doesn't have an AMS. One of the nice things about AMS too is you can see on the right, I have the two rightmost reels are both gray. The reason I did it that way is because, one of the things I am looking forward to on the AMS is you can program it to tell it that those are the same color reels, so that if the first one runs out, you can use, it can just jump to the second one. So you don't have to, if you're not home and the reel runs out and the printer pauses, you're waiting. It's waiting for you to come home and replace that reel. In this case, you don't have to do that, and it's a really nice feature. All right, so now finished feeding all the reels, and when it's done, it's going to show on the bottom left that you can program each reel which color is in that reel. I didn't show it here in the video. All right, so I finished setting up the printer. I downloaded the app to my phone, which I liked, and I'll talk about that in a second. I also downloaded the studio to my computer with the slicer, so I was able to use that. I like that a lot. I was able to go to different sites that is tied into Studio. I downloaded some test prints and was able to print them right away. So that was really nice feature. I want to show you one of the test prints. I'm actually going to show you both of the test prints I did. The first one I did was just a print that shows all the different features. So it shows all the overhangs, the bridges, the sizing of the holes, and all that kind of stuff. The second print I did, I use it on multicolor, and I did it so that it shows all the infills and the various densities, so you can decide which density is right for your print. I did that in multicolor so I could test out the AMS feature. So I want to show you that right now. All right, here it is. All right, as you can see, I got 3 different colors on here. I've got the gray, the black, and the blue. You can see how it printed as well. The other thing I wanted to show you is the poop that is generated from the prints. You can see that back there. We got a bunch of poop. So overall, I'd say I like it so far. So we'll be doing more printing and reviews of the printer as we go forward. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and subscribe. And we'll see you next time at ManCaveGarageWorkshop.com.